and she's back. I don't need all that money to live off of. Will you share your baby's name? I'm actually a YouTuber. You guys know the country song? I can film my normal shit. Putting him in the car seat, getting him out of the car seat, putting him in the car seat, getting him out of the car seat. Oh my gosh, is he okay? You're not there. Big part of it is stranger danger. It feels weird. I am not that YouTuber. I get the most joy. Let's go, we're going. There's something right there on my screen. I am without my best friend. It feels weird. It feels so weird. It's like I'm just missing something, you know? I don't know. It's good for me and it's good for him. He's currently at home with his dad. But it's just like I'm so used to running errands and stuff with him. Like the other day I even went to Home Depot, World Market, and then Target all in one run. And I'm so used to like getting him out of the car. Even like I probably wouldn't have gone to that many stops. I would have just gone to 2 stops instead of 3 because it's like putting him in the car seat, getting him out of the car seat, putting him in the car seat, getting him out of the car seat because he's okay. Like his car seat moves into the stroller. Like it just like clips right in and that is the stroller. And he's fine like that, but he really prefers to be in his carrier. So yeah, it was good. Like it was nice. I felt like I could run errands so incredibly quick, but I'm really like so used to just living life with him that getting out of the house without him feels weird. But I am taking the opportunity to get my nails done. I have not had my nails done since I actually stopped doing dip. And I had to stop getting my nails done for the fact that he could not chill for the length of time it would take for me to get my nails done. But also with dip nails, you can't remove them at home by yourself, or at least like I don't have the stuff to remove them at home by myself. And then my nails would get too long and then it was hard getting him out of the car seat and it was this whole entire thing. And I was like, you know what, just remove the nails. Like we can be a low maintenance girl. We don't need to have our nails done. But I have really been wanting a pedicure. Is it darker now? A UPS truck literally just pulled right in front of me and kind of wrecked the shot. What sparked this is I actually broke one of my nails and I was cutting them in the bathroom and I was like, wait a second, why don't you actually go and get your nails done? So in reality, I shouldn't cut my nails because I'm debating if I also want to get a manicure. I'm kind of thinking I should if I'm here. I'm not going to get dip though, because if you guys follow me on Instagram, I actually think I'm allergic to the dip that I was getting and I was just ignoring the side effects that I had. It's so bad. Plus I can't remove dip at home, where like gel I can actually remove at home by myself and it will be fine. Let's do it. We're going to go inside. I've got my matcha. And I also have a huge UPS truck right in front of me. Let's go. We're going. I tried to turn the air down so that you guys don't have to hear it, but it is so hot. What's the temp? Oh, my car doesn't actually tell me the temperature right now because I don't know why it's not telling me the temperature right now, but 2 hours later and she's back. Look at these nails. I got the exact same color that I used to get, just in gel instead of dip. And my nails are obviously so much shorter than what they used to be. That did take a good chunk of time. Usually if I get my toes and my nails done, they'll like overlap a little bit. So they'll start with my toes and then like almost when I'm like nearing the end, they'll start with my manicure and then I'll move to the chair and then they'll finish my manicure. But this time it was like 2 separate things. So I feel like it took a while and I need to go home and I need to see my baby because there was one point where I was like, oh my gosh, is he okay? I was starting to get anxiety and I know he's okay. I know he's fine. It's just, I ever since the day he was born, it's just, oh, see, and there's my man. Okay. What? She's gonna be totally, oh, yeah. She's just asking if it's food time for him, which it is. Ever since the day he was born, like, my man left literally an hour after he was born, and it's just been solely on me. Like, it's just been the 2 of us, and I love it. Like, I get the most joy out of being his mother and caring for him, and it's truly such a blessing. And I shared this on my Instagram stories the other day where he was just like a little bit fussy and like he really just needed a little bit extra love. So was walking around cuddling him, and he wouldn't fall asleep on his own, which he's like good at doing now, but he just like really wanted his mama, no big deal. You guys know the country song where it's like, you're gonna miss this, you're gonna want this back, you're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. Like, that song plays in my head all the dang time, but it's also just like such a privilege, it's such a blessing to be someone's absolute rock, you know, to be a safe place for him, to be his sense of comfort, to be like the person he needs. And even I'm listening to this manifestation book right now, and they were talking about the difference of like, oh, I have to compared to I get to. And that's one of the things I created a little short form video that's live on TikTok as well as Instagram, where he woke up at 1, 3, and then was ready to go at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was exhausted. And instead of being frustrated, I was like, you know what, let's go in the kitchen. I'm going to put on some music and I'm going to make some cinnamon buns this morning. And it's all about perspective. Like, there's so many people that deal with infertility that like wish they could be parents or like long for this season of life that I'm in right now. And I feel so blessed. I feel so lucky. Like, I look at him daily and I'm like, thank you for letting me be your mom. Like, I just love him so much.
Write an alternative, inspired perspective. There is simply no room for fear and doubt to exist.
Great, how are you? Oh, camera. I'm actually a YouTuber. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Can I get an iced matcha? Strawberry, oat milk, light ice. Perfect. Thank you. I'm a little worried to speak because is he gonna wake up? No? We're gonna continue to sleep. Please continue to sleep. He was almost falling asleep on the way to the coffee shop, and then I prefer to get him out of his car seat, because honestly, even if I brought him in his car seat, there's too much going on, he wasn't gonna fall asleep. So obviously holding him, he didn't fall asleep, and then he just fell asleep. We're sitting in the Publix parking lot right now, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of a Q&A. Answer some questions for you guys. I know this YouTube video is super, super, super chill. I obviously have my matcha here. The next YouTube video will be more interesting. I honestly just didn't even have an idea for this YouTube video, and then I've been enjoying some quality time with my man, and he doesn't like to be featured in my content, and honestly I want my content to revolve around me anyways, so like I'm totally fine with that. But then it's like figuring out what to film, because he's very much so like a part of my life when he's home. And anyway, when we move, it's gonna be different because he's gonna be like at work during the day and I can vlog all day, and it will be the normal structure that you guys see within my YouTube videos, but like especially when he's visiting here, he's not working. So it's different. It's an adjustment, and it's also like a hurdle that I have to get over in my mind for like, what do I film? Like, I can film my normal shit. I don't know. I'm weird. Anyway, let's answer a few questions that I feel like are relevant and are good questions. The first one, this is something I get asked a lot, and I usually respond to people directly in DMs, but because the question keeps coming up, I figure I should answer it somewhere that it stays forever. Health insurance for creators. When I first had to get my own health insurance, I used Bright Health, and I miss them dearly. They switched and they now only service people that live in California. So if you are an entrepreneur and you live in California, look at Bright Health. It was affordable, I had good coverage, and I honestly just like enjoyed their website and their platform and everything. It was a great, great option. When they switched to only servicing people in California, I ended up jumping to United Health. I took a look at the marketplace and ran some different numbers, whatever, and I ended up getting like connected with United Health, I guess you could say. That was actually the referral that came from Bright Health when Bright Health had to like stop my service. They pushed me over there. What I will say though is I was paying a pretty penny over there. Like compared to hearing what Cameron pays for her insurance, I was paying a lot. But it was good insurance. And I also had that when I was pregnant with him and I was going to the doctors. It's every month and then it's every other week and then it's every week. So the amount of doctor's visits, like, you honestly, like, you need good insurance. So I was on United for a while, but the best thing I can say is if you know anyone in your area that is an entrepreneur that has their own health insurance, ask them. That's actually how I got connected with Bright Health, is I asked my management team at the time, just compare plans. For one, find out like the doctors, if you're already established with doctors and stuff, figure out like what is in network, like what insurances they accept. Start there, compare plans, and kind of move forward. Back to, I would say, more relevant stuff to like what my content is right now. How have you been making such amazing content while also having a baby? And then I had someone else say, you're doing awesome being a new mom. I have a 5-month-old. It's hard. Give yourself grace. He's officially 5 months. I realized today that I actually forgot that he turned 5 months. I was like, oh, I didn't even acknowledge the day that you turned 5. I swear I'm like the most chill parent in the world. My content is such a passion for me. It's my outlet. Like, it's something that I do for myself. And actually another question I received is like, what do you do for yourself every day that isn't just getting out of the house and getting my daily matcha? There are a few things I would say I do. I mean, I filmed that last YouTube video, so you kind of saw, well, not the last one, but the one before that, because my content got all messed up there. You kind of saw some things that I've been doing, journaling, yoga. But really, like, when he is down for his nap, I do try to do a little something for me, whether that is just like putting on a TV show that I want to watch and I'm folding laundry while watching that TV show. That's when I'll like do some yoga or I'll do some puzzling, because I can't really puzzle like while he's awake. Otherwise, creating content is such a joy for me. And I've been having a lot of fun with it recently. Like, I'm kind of glad I didn't stumble into short form content, like seriously take short form content seriously until he was born, because it's almost like I have this new passion project and I'm completely re-inspired. And I've been loving it. Like, I've been loving TikTok. By the way, a lot of people are following the wrong person on TikTok. There is someone that has been stealing my content for years and uploading it on TikTok. They were smart. They stole my username, well, they didn't steal it, but they signed up for my username before I ever had the app. Like, I should have secured my username. So Cathrin_Manning with 8,000 followers. That's not me. It's Cathrin Manning with 2 G's. It's gonna have my Instagram account linked, but I'll also include a link to it in the description bar down below. I've been re-inspired. So I think that's like how I've been able to create content while also having a baby. And I am really the parent where like, I just want to be super incredibly present with him while he's awake. And yeah, sometimes I'll be doing laundry or I'll be emptying the dishwasher and whatever like else needs to get done. But I'm not on my phone really while he's awake. Like, unless I'm filming little clips of us, I really try my best not to be on my phone. So I think having those designated pockets of like, this is strictly him time, this is strictly me time, I am a bit more dedicated to my content. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to describe it. But also, if you didn't watch the other YouTube video where I talked about like TikTok and filming short form content and things, maybe that will give you a little bit of a better idea of how I've been like filming content as a mom. It's really like during nap times, and especially editing happens while he's either taking a bottle and I have my one hand free, or it's when he goes to sleep that I am strictly editing. But yeah. Will you share your baby's name? No. I never had a strong opinion on this until, honestly, it was like a few weeks before he was born. And this is my man, hold on. Can you text me exactly what it is? Yeah, and then I can do that. What was I was talking about his name, but yeah, no, it was like a few weeks before he was born. Because I actually originally planned on like sharing his name on social media. I didn't think there was anything really wrong with that. I just personally didn't want to really blast his face. Like, if you see a little bit of his face, I'm totally okay with that, but I didn't want him to be like front and center in my content. What kind of ended up hitting me, the realization that I had, is that if he was, for one, like if his face was seen in my content, like you guys could really recognize him. If he was out with his dad or another family member of mine and people recognized him in public, I just felt like it would be really weird if people were like, oh my gosh, that's, and then said his name. or would come up and be like, hi, and say his name. Like, even if we are out in public, to come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, are you Cathrin Manning? Like, that I'm used to at this point. But as a kid, I feel like that can be really confusing. Stranger danger for one. Like, if someone just comes up to you and just knows your name, like, I don't know. I just feel iffy about that. But I would also like to more so teach him to introduce himself, or me introduce him, instead of him being confused of like, should I know this person? So it's not like his name is this huge secret. If I'm ever out in public and I meet you guys, or if I do like another meet and greet type of event in the future and he comes along, like, yeah, I'm gonna share his name. You guys are gonna see his face. I'm just gonna ask you like not to blast it all over social media, but it's a big part of it is stranger danger. And I just also think like it has to be so weird as a kid. Like, I can't imagine some random person coming up to me and just like knowing my name. Like, and I don't know you, and it's just, I don't know. That's my opinion. Do whatever you want with your kid. Like, I love following families on social media. I think it's so much fun that there's several creators that I've watched like ever since they were pregnant and now their kid is over 6 years old. And I'm like, this is insane. Like, I love that. But just my own kid personally, like, this is what I'm choosing to do. This is a really interesting question. Hey girl, you are at the Chicago Workshop. With big YouTubers retiring lately, do you have plans of retirement from the platform? No, I don't have any plans on retiring from YouTube. I have noticed part of my problem, I'll be totally holding myself accountable here. I don't know what, self-aware, I guess you can say, is I follow a lot of like OG creators. I don't really follow a ton of new creators, especially on YouTube. On Instagram, TikTok, I'm trying to find more newer creators, but on YouTube, I am like an OG YouTubers and that's it, which I need to branch out more. But I noticed that I naturally pulled back from YouTube when I saw bigger YouTubers do it, like the OGs, the ones that had already made millions of freaking dollars, had a great savings account. They could quite frankly pull back and it was totally fine. And I was pulling back and it was like, you're not there. But it's what I was seeing and I was like, oh, so this is normal to like feel the way I was feeling, because like I naturally just like wanted to pull back more, but I think I was also just like inspired by them. I saw them and I was like, oh, so this is kind of what YouTubers are doing. Cool. Yeah, cool. Let's do it. I am not that YouTuber. I am not an OG YouTuber. I do not have millions of followers. I do not make millions of dollars every single year. Like, honestly, I can't be pulling back. I can't be missing uploads. Like, this is my job and I need to keep going. I need to keep doing what I'm doing here. In terms of retiring, I do have my retirement account set up. And actually 2023 is the first year that I actually made a good chunk of change with my retirement accounts and just my investment accounts in general. I was I took a look the other day and I was like, damn, we actually made money over here. That's great. But I have been contributing to my retirement accounts the past, I think it's only been like 3 years at this point, but I have been maxing them out and that has resulted in multiple 6 figures invested. And I'm really, really happy with how that is going. So I have always known and just like had this thought in my mind that I will not be making this kind of money forever. And even like last year, I did not make nearly as much as I made the 2 years previously. Like, this industry comes in waves and I know like I'll get right back up there and I'll have another like crazy, crazy successful year. And then like maybe another year won't be as monetarily successful as what I should say. But I knew that, quite frankly, like, you guys know, like, my numbers and stuff, I've shared that with you guys. Like, I don't need all that money to live off of. I don't. So I was trying to invest and save heavily. And even like all the projects and stuff I do in my house, I see that as an investment for like when I do go to sell that house in the future, if I do sell that house in the future. That's a huge investment for me. So yeah, planning for my retirement has been a top priority for me. Because for one, income is not stable in this job, but also I don't know how long I'll be doing this job. There are so many other questions in it that are all over the place. I love you guys. Like, I love doing Q&As on my Instagram stories. I just like tried to pull some of the ones that I thought were relevant to a certain topic. But there's other ones. This one person, what's your favorite dessert? If you could eat one food forever, what would it be? And then, yeah, no, this is something I wanted to bring up. So someone is asking, what do you think baby boy's vibe is going to be? Trucks, trains, sharks, horses, bugs, dogs. And then someone else, oh wait, that's something else. Can you film a video about your baby / first time mom must-haves? I could definitely do that. But I know I saw something else relevant to him. Honestly, I usually get a lot of questions that are super relevant to him. But I have gotten asked in the past, like, what are my thoughts on vaccines? What is schooling going to be like for him? Is he going to be homeschooled, private schooled, public schooled? What else have I gotten? I've gotten so many questions. Obviously, there's bits and pieces I'm comfortable to talk about on here, but just to kind of reiterate, like, my brand is always going to be me, and he's a huge freaking part of my life, but I more so want to share my side of things motherhood wise instead of like intimate details about him. So I will share like a little bit about like his sleeping, what's going on there, but otherwise anything that I deem super personal, I'm just gonna like kind of steer away from, just to respect him a little bit. But otherwise, that's it. Cutie boy actually just woke up. I gotta grab something for his dad while we're in this area and go home and get him a bottle. I actually only have 3 minutes left on my audiobook, so I'm gonna listen to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this super chill video if you're still here. Let me know your favorite drink at a coffee shop. There we go. We'll do that as a comment. And I will see you guys next week, hopefully for a more interesting vlog.